Rowan. So what are we saying when we introduce ourselves?
Hi, I'm Katie. This is Aubrie.
I'm Aubrie.
We're starting a podcast, and we've made YouTube videos.
Yeah. Our whole lives.
Our whole lives. We've just made videos, and we talk a lot about a lot of different things.
For hours.
For just hours. And, like, some of it's kind of stupid. But some of it's, like, not. But, like, recently,
we've started these books.
and they've ruined, in a good way, our lives.
Completely. Well, we're going to talk about these books, and we're going to talk about, we have a lot of topics that we're going to be covering that we could go over. We have a whole note in our phone that we could talk about for podcasts. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to rank the Sara J. Maas universe in order of best to worst book, even though personally, we don't think
they're great.
Yeah.
I think that they're all great. Even the Crescent City books. I have an argument about that, which we can touch on in another topic.
We're also going to touch on the fact that most of Book Talk probably doesn't even read the books because we just don't agree. I don't agree.
There's a lot of things that people say that I'm like, have you read it though? You don't like Hunt. Is that because you've never read Crescent City? So anyway, another topic for another day.
But today, this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to get our little glasses of wine.
We're going to have some wine here.
And we're going to start. We've got snacks.
Wine, and Sara J. Maas.
Snacks, wine, Sara J. Maas. Love it.
Love it. What else could you ask for? Oh, that is hasn't been opened yet. I hope there's not a cork.
I hope there's not.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no cork.
I'm going to put my leg out this way. That feels more comfortable.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So, we first read ACOTAR, because that is correct. And then we read TOG, because that is also correct.
That is also correct.
And then we read Crescent City. And we really dreaded Crescent City because of everything we'd heard.
I've heard nothing but bad stuff on, TikTok and Instagram. And it's like, I was not looking forward to this.
Also, I heard that the first book in Crescent City was the best.
Right. And I just don't...
I don't agree.
I don't even agree with that.
It was like chapter 37 when I was like, hey, I think I like this.
Okay. Right, exactly. So, Crescent City, underrated. It will probably still be in the lower section, but that's not necessarily meaning that the books are bad.
Right.
But I'm curious how this is going to go. I already know what the bottom should be, in my opinion. But we'll discuss this.
Okay.
We're thinking the same. Okay.
I think we're thinking the same, but I'm rethinking because of the end of Crescent City. By the way, there's going to be spoilers in this.
This is 100% spoilers. So, sorry.
So if you haven't read all of the books, please stop watching now. Otherwise, you'll be very disappointed.
You will be very disappointed. So, anyways, let's cheers.
Oh.
And then...
Let's do a little louder. Ching.
I know. We're very plastic.
Yes.
So good. Beautiful.
All right. Should we start?
Let's start.
Okay. What do you think your favorite series is out of all three of these?
I still think that Throne of Glass is my favorite.
I really go back and forth between Throne of Glass and the first three ACOTAR.
No, because the first three ACOTAR really is like its own thing.
Yeah.
And then there's Frost and Starlight and Silver Flames. And they're good.
They're good.
They really are almost like
different.
They're like it's like season 2.
Yeah, it's season 2.
The first 3, season 1, it's great. It's like you love it, and then season 2 starts.
But it's season 2, and it was picked up by another network.
It was.
You know?
It was like HBO did this, and then Hulu picked up, or Netflix.
Netflix picked up this one.
Netflix picked up that one.
Oh
man.
God!
All right, so my thought for bottom. Sorry, Frost and Starlight.
Okay.
Not that this is a bad book.
It's not a bad book.
It's a good book.
It is.
However, as far as dense storytelling, emotion, I'm basing this off of how much did I cry? How much did I scream? How much did I want to die? Or how much did I want to just like dive in to the book?
So when you looked this way, I thought you were going to put Silver Flames on bottom because before I read the 3rd Crescent City book, I would have put Silver Flames on the bottom. But the 3rd Crescent City made me like Nesta so much more.
So much more.
But the reason I agree with you is because this book made me hate Nesta.
This made me hate Nesta.
That was the problem child.
This was the problem child, which made me not like this as much as I should have.
Right. But that honestly, we could rank this in best to worst, but then we could also rank it in like a different way to read instead of reading like entire series, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, totally.
Okay.
Totally. But yes, I know what you mean completely.
So are we confident to put that on the bottom?
I'm pretty confident
to
put this on the bottom.
Let's go ahead and put it
once
right
again,
here.
I'm just going to state, not a bad book.
Not a bad book.
This is just my least favorite.
There was actually a lot of things I liked about it.
There's a lot of things that I liked about this little cute Christmas special.
It was just the ending because Nesta, I understand she has trauma and all that, okay?
I understand.
All God's children got trauma.
Got trauma. Exactly. But yeah, it did. It made me not like Nesta. So, Frost and Starlight, bottom. Now, it gets tricky from here on out.
I'll go next because I think I know which I'd like.
Okay.
Now, I go back and forth, but personally, I have to say
the first one, First Crescent City. I agree. I agree. I do. I totally agree.
Okay. Are we pretty confident?
I'm pretty confident.
Now, but I will just say, again, this is a good book.
It's a really great book. It actually is.
What turned me off was all the technology.
Yeah. And also, again, like, compared to these two, this is not, I mean, like, this is a great introductory. You get the characters, but then once you hop in here and then here, it's different. It's a different world, literally.
But people hate the second book.
And I will say I can understand that in one sense. I don't hate it, but I can see how it's very much an in-between book.
Yes and no, you know? I mean, I get it, but there's a lot of
character development in this book.
I remember being hooked in like the first little bit, and maybe that had something to do with Rune only knows 3 things.
Yeah, Rune only knowing 3 things did do something to me, definitely. We
can talk about Rune.
Okay, book boyfriends.
Book boyfriends will be a topic.
That is totally a topic. We've also started Fourth Wing.
Zayden. That's all I'm going to say.
All that we're going to say.
Ooh.
So anyway, yeah, I agree. I think that House of Earth and Blood can go there.
All right, now.
I do think we got to pick on the God tier series
now,
a little bit.
Here's the problem with Throne of Glass. At least for me. We read this series so fast, and since we were listening to audiobooks, I'm like, I don't even know what's what. It's just all one story.
I would say this one could go, even though
I love that book.
I love every one of these. It's getting really hard already. And we've barely started.
I'm going to be real. Personally, I think Silver Flames could go next. And that's only because it's just so many stairs.
A lot of stairs.
It's like back and forth the whole time. Like this book, if it was going to be in third person, it should have been first person Nesta.
I agree. Mm-hmm. It would have made me like Nesta more if it was first person Nesta.
Thank you. And also, since she did do third person, why did she not add in? Like, I know the bonus chapters.
I know.
But, like, she had a lot of opportunity.
She could have given Feyre and Rhys a lot more. Not
just Feyre and Rhys. More. If she was going to go third person, she could have done more. Because more in Frost and Starlight, she's like at her secret house and sees like that little thing in the woods or whatever. Gosh, that's been so long ago. I'm like, hold on, what happened?
I gotta reread Frost and Starlight, that's for sure.
Seriously.
But no, you might be right. Yeah.
Throne of Glass, for me, feels very like it could be a standalone story.
Oh, totally. This book could be its own book. And you could end it here if you didn't want to, get that involved.
Right.
If you just wanted like, hey, I just want to read a book.
A book, yeah.
Yeah, even though there's 7 more books. I just want to read a book. You could read this.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a good standalone. But I mean, that's pretty much it though. This and I think the first ACOTAR book are like, they could be standalone books.
First ACOTAR book, definitely, but then you'd be stuck with Tamlin forever.
You'd be stuck with Tamlin, and who wants to do that?
You're missing out.
I'm missing out. At least there's Lucian.
I love Lucian.
I love Lucian.
Live, laugh, Lucian.
Live, laugh, Lucian.
So what do you want to do? Which one? I'll leave it up to you.
I can agree. Okay. I'll agree with Silver Flames, but then I do think this is next.
Okay.
Only because, again, great standalone book. It's like, this is the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
I agree with that.
It really is. This and then the next one, they're the first 2 Harry Potter books.
I agree.
They're important. They touch on topics that you don't even know are as important as they are until later. But when you're first getting into it, you're like, okay, I get it. I like it. I'm enjoying it. But what's going to happen? So, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think I agree with that. Let me just look at everything, though.
No.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I think so.
But then this is getting hard because
it's going to get hard. This is going to get really hard.
I'm going to throw books in there and I'm going to be like, oh, but what about that part?
I know.
But personally, if I had to choose, I would think like maybe Assassin's Blade next.
No,
I know.
I think I have to disagree with that one.
Okay.
I would almost put...
Really?
Or maybe...
I don't know. I could see this. I wouldn't put Tower of Dawn.
No, Tower of Dawn I almost liked better than Empire of Storms.
I know.
Except for the end of Empire of Storms. The end of Empire of Storms ruined me.
Where's my wife? Oh my gosh.
Rowan.
Okay. No, actually, I'm going to disagree with all of that. What I meant to say was A Court of Thorns and Roses.
I can agree with that. Again, because it's the same kind of thing.
Actually,
great standalone book, but I think you think that's.
I hate to go back, but what would you think about that?
Wow, that's tough.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk.
There's a lot of world building.
There is.
This one, you know what I like? There's like no world building. You just world build as you go.
You do.
You just jump right in.
You do. You jump right in. And I agree with that. However, Under the Mountain. I think it has to go above Throne of Glass just because of Under the Mountain.
But Dorian.
I know. I know. But Reese.
He just wants to fall in
I
love.
know, he's such a golden retriever.
He gets her a freaking puppy.
He literally gets her a puppy.
He gets her a puppy.
And then, Nehemia. This is
Oh, gosh.
the beginning of Nehemia.
Is this the one where Nehemia dies?
No,
that's
the Crown of Midnight.
And, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this one I like a lot more than I realize.
Me too.
Mort.
Oh, I love Mort. We don't even know if Mort's alive.
I don't even know. Don't even know what happened to Mort. So, I think this could go above, but they are neck and neck.
These are neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I could literally put these like this and be happy.
I know. But we can't.
I know.
We gotta stack them.
Okay, for Reese. I will put this above.
Because, trust me, Dorian.
Because when he makes them kneel.
Oh.
Your cat's meowing.
I know. He wants love. He's jealous.
Poor thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You're looking at Assassin's Blade.
I wasn't actually looking at that one. Let me just explain that a little better. Okay, because I'm not talking about Sam.
Oh, I know you're not talking about Sam.
Okay.
I know. Because if you were, we wouldn't be in this room right now. We would actually not even be talking anymore. Because I would die for Sam.
I would die for Sam.
I would die with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I would not be afraid.
No, absolutely not. Truthfully,
here's the thing.
Okay.
I was just going to say.
Continue.
The whole... What is her name? I keep wanting to call her Jessie. It's not Jessie.
Oh,
Ansel.
Jessie.
Like that one, and what is her freaking name? Wow.
Oh, Irene.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Irene. Those storylines, they're really good, but it just
it's a novella.
Yeah.
It is a novella.
It's short stories, actually.
It's short stories.
That's why I would put it in the ranking. Because all of it was significant, okay?
Every bit of it.
But the only thing that makes me think about that book every single day of my life is Sam Cortland.
Sam Cortland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be above these two.
It would.
Now I'm really confident it could go there.
Okay. I'm torn, but I'm almost thinking Crown of Midnight, even though I was just talking about Crown of Midnight. The only thing with Crown of Midnight is the end. Is Chaol finding out that Selena is Aelin. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So I could go with either one of these. I see what you mean, because yes, even though the stories are important, the Sam parts are the main reason that we all like Assassin's Blade.
The backstories are cool and everything.
So if that's the case, then I think we should go Crown of Midnight, Assassin's Blade. Because that puts Assassin's Blade above Crown of Midnight. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking Kingdom of Ash. I'm just kidding.
Okay, once again, I'm going to freak out.
No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, now we really could go back to Crescent City.
Yeah, and now I'm actually like, man, do I really like these more than Assassin's Blade?
Oh.
Right? Or the first ACOTAR.
That's something I didn't think about.
Because, again, love these.
I know, but that's why it's so hard.
I'd say this is next.
I think so too. That's what I was thinking. But see, you know what makes me mad? Going back to the book talk thing, everyone hated this book. They were like, "Oh, that's such a horrible book." I loved it. It was a
great book.
This is the reason I like Nesta.
And actually, I will say, it actually makes me not like Asriel as much.
I know. You know what?
Think that? Okay.
His bonus chapter made me not like him. It gave me a little bit of the ick.
I didn't like that. It gave me the ick too.
I don't know about it, but okay.
This is probably next.
I would think so. Or is this one? Because so much happened in that book.
A lot happens in this book. And there are 3 reasons.
But so much happened in this book. See, these are another 2 books that kind of flow together.
The thing with this book is it changes ACOTAR.
I know.
And it's significant. What? I know.
Her mom getting close to everybody. Like, how do people dislike Reese? He literally welcomed a stranger that he didn't know, didn't trust, anything. He welcomed her into their house.
I know.
And gave them, like, dinner every night. And you know ACOTAR dinners are fancy as crap every night.
Fancy as crap. Yeah.
Right. And they're, like, sitting around, like, talking about, oh, I'm a dad. You know?
I know. I agree. I don't know.
The only reason we were talking about earlier why did it take so long for Reese to come at the end? You know, like they felt his dark power, and Cassian was like, you have about 1 minute before he gets here. He never came though.
No.
They were there longer than a minute, you know?
Totally.
I kind of think it had something to do with him being a new father and him bonding with her father and being like, okay, if this was my daughter, I would not want someone to come down on her for just trying her best.
Right.
You know?
That is it's a good book.
It's a good book. Let's put that one next, okay?
All right. I think you're right. House of Sky and Breath.
Now we're getting really hard.
Honestly, torn between this one and this one.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Man, okay. The spring court stuff in this book is amazing. I love when Farah is messing with the spring court.
And Ianthe.
The way, there's a lot of good stuff. Like when Surreal dies in this book.
I know. When Farah leads Ianthe to the Weaver.
It's incredible.
When she beats the crap out of her hand.
It's incredible.
The backstory on Ianthe. Okay, I think I'd have to put Tower of Dawn first.
I actually really, really love Tower of Dawn.
Me too.
But I think that we're getting to the point where we got to narrow some things down.
I would just like to say,
I have a thought, but continue.
I was just going to say a quick note on our love for Tower of Dawn. We do not hate Kaol.
I love Kaol.
Kaol's really annoying, but we love him.
But I love him.
And he's good for Irene.
Oh, and Irene is good for him.
Oh, yeah.
He needed Irene.
Definitely.
Definitely. And plus, Nesrin and Sartak, that whole thing in this book.
Oh, I love them. I know.
It's amazing. This is a great book. I love Tower of Dawn. I really, really, really do.
Me too. So yeah, I think it stays there. And then
too. I know. I was kind of thinking maybe Air of Fire. I love Air of Fire.
I know.
Manon's introduction.
I know. Rowan. But there's so many good storylines happening in both of these.
There really is. These books are probably on the same level. I would say we're back to the first, and they're both the third books.
I will put Air of Fire.
I think I'd agree because Air of Fire. It does take a minute to kind of get going. I
don't know if I was just spacey or what when we were reading this, but I do remember thinking, oh man, I'm kind of starting to lose interest at one point.
This is the one that I feel like most people are okay, I need this to get interesting. And it's like, it's slower, but like, I have a lot of love for that one.
Like, I think I was just waiting for her to go back.
Right.
You know?
Right. And plus, we read Assassin's Blade before this.
Yeah.
We read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Assassin's Blade. So Crown of Midnight, she's going to here, and we're getting her backstory. So there's this big, long, way away from everyone. Maybe.
There's another option to read Assassin's Blade 4th.
I know. I've heard people say that. I don't, and that I don't agree with, because in Heir of Fire, when Aelin kind of has her little moment, and like, I think like Nehemia and Sam, it's not really them. It's like, you know what I mean? And like, it's significant.
Are we putting Wings and Ruin next?
I think Rings and Ruin is next. Or Flame and Shadow. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, but no, the crossover puts it above.
I think it does.
I would say Wings and Ruin, and then Flame and Shadow, and those may have been the easiest places. You know, that felt really easy right then.
And I'm going to probably say Empire of Storms next.
Let me think.
I know.
We haven't even touched this one.
The tie is going to be between these two.
I know.
It is. I know.
Gosh. Like, do we want to be happy or do we want to be sad and ruin our lives?
I know.
And they don't even know what we're talking about.
Do you want to be... Yeah. You're going to be sad, but you're going to be happy about it.
Or you're going to be happy, but you're going to be sad about it. Because you don't have it in real life.
Because you don't have it in real life.
Oh, God. Remind me of Queen of Shadows.
Queen of Shadows. No, it's
fan.
Fun. No. There's just so much that happens in these books. It's hard to keep up. This was the one.
They literally all blend together.
They do. They really do. But for me, at least, this was the one at the very end where magic came back. This is when Lysandra, you know, that whole ending, I was literally screaming.
That's the ending that I freaked out.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And, you know, Arobin, there's all the Arobin stuff. What's his face? Dorian? I can't believe I just said that. Sorry. Just a lot of names to keep up with. I mean, we're talking the whole Maas universe.
It's okay. I keep wanting to call Violet Jessica, so.
Dorian has the collar.
Oh.
This is Witchling, Princeling.
I'll bleed whatever color you want me to.
Exactly. That's this book.
Okay. So I'm sorry, Empire Storms.
Listen, I love Lorcan.
I love Lorcan and a lead.
But I think this is next.
Yeah, I agree. And then Queen of Shadows.
And then Queen of Shadows. And then we get to the hard part.
Should we just rock, paper, scissors it?
Let's talk pros and cons.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
We'll each hold one.
Okay. Kingdom of Ash. The Return of the Queen. I mean, as someone who has read The Lord of the Rings so many times, this is like a modern equivalent to The Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Aelin is so cool. Dorian is amazing. Manon, every character. Adian's the only one that I want to throw hands with.
But we love him.
But I want to throw hands with him because I love him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just
crazy ending. Many tears were shed in this book. That one.
Okay. You may have just sold me with that. But Rhysand.
I know. The tension in this book.
When I go back and read this one, let's just, first of all, chapter 54.
Chapter 54.
Chapter 55.
Chapter 89.
Chapter 42. Is it 42?
Is that the Night Court?
Yeah. It's 40-something.
Yeah, 40-something.
For sure.
It's the night court.
Yeah. No, I know, but chapter 89. I remember the place I was at.
I do too.
I had to keep pausing the audiobook because I couldn't breathe. And I couldn't listen properly.
No. I was like literally like lip quiver crying.
With my clients were downstairs. I was hiding in their bathroom, I was scrubbing their shower with my tears.
With your tears?
Yeah.
I know. I was mopping with my tears.
Oh God.
Yeah. Summer court. Just meeting the inner circle for the first time.
The one-liners. Do you like the side of me in front of you? Or however it is. And then, what does she say? She says, "What would you do if I f***ed him for it?"
I know. Oh my gosh. No.
There's a lot.
I know.
Oh, don't worry. It's just your body reacting.
It's just your body reacting. I know. But you're right though. 54. Just learning the truth. I've been looking for you.
That is the first time in these books that I cried really hard.
Also, the ending of this book. The ending of this book had me, like, I was freaking
I was crying really hard. Break the bond. Oh my gosh.
Break the bond.
Oh God. But then, take it off.
Take it off.
We quote this one way more than we quote this one.
Definitely.
But we also read it more recently.
Yes, but we've read this one twice.
True. I've read it probably more than twice now. I go back. I used to read 54 like it was my morning coffee.
I kind of love that though.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd wake up in the morning and first thing, pop my headphones in, go to chapter 54.
54.
I just needed to know. Oh my gosh! Rowan.
That's whoa. That has become such a sick thing that we've done. Just every time we see a bird of any kind, we're like, Rowan?
Any bird.
Any bird. It's Rowan. But no, this is such an awesome thing. I mean, look, he's holding the ring. And like, this is totally
Oh my gosh,
Reese.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
Imagine that's Reese's beast form. Could you imagine?
Essentially, he's a big bird.
He's a big old bird.
He's a big old bird. Okay. Where do we land?
I will say, I love Reese, but Kingdom of Ash has to be on top.
I think as much as I want this to be on top, this really, like, it's just, it completes Throne of Glass.
I don't even think it's a question. I think there's so many things that happen in it.
So many things.
You want to turn the camera down and we'll show the whole stack?
Yeah.
This is official order of the Phoenix.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
Yeah. Wow. That's impressive.
Does that get everything? Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a lot of books.
This is a lot of books. We've read all these since.
I read all of ACOTAR twice in a month. Except for Silver Flames.
I didn't read Silver Flames, but I will reread Silver Flames.
Eventually, we'll reread Silver Flames.
Well, when ACOTAR 6 is coming out, we will come back. I will. We'll have to reread it.
Yeah,
but we'll also have to reread Crescent City.
After Crescent City, I'm ready to reread. I'm ready to reread Silver Flames.
I am too, actually.
There were so many things I went back and thought about. I was like, wow. Okay, I just also want to say with Silver Flames, I liked the book.
I did too.
But why was there so many steps and so many scenes in the library and so many...
Yeah, the library stuff. Yeah.
And like...
Honestly, I didn't like Gwen. I'm sorry.
I don't like Gwen.
I don't like Gwen. I don't really like Emery that much.
Emery's all right. I mean,
I liked her better than Gwen.
I liked the storyline of like her being an Illyrian woman and like actually having her wings and stuff. Right. But you know what I don't like?
What?
There has been no foreshadowing for her and Azriel getting together.
No.
And I just want to say, if Elaine and Azriel, first of all, that'll hurt my Lucy baby's heart. He doesn't deserve any more heartbreak.
He doesn't deserve any more heartbreak. I agree.
Second of all, Nesta did not change Elaine's womb.
No.
So she'll die.
Right. I know. That's a good point.
Azriel won't die.
Mm-mm.
Their baby and Elaine will die.
Yep.
And then guess what? Lucian is going to be like double hurt because he's rejected by his mate, and then his mate dies because she has the baby of an Illyrian.
I know.
No offense to the Illyrians.
No
or anything.
offense. But
love me some Illyrians.
Love me some Illyrians.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a whole nother thing that makes me mad on Book Talk. People shipping
I know.
Elaine and Azriel.
I don't like it. I really don't. I don't want it to happen at all.
That's why I didn't like the bonus chapter either.
I know. I didn't like it. Anyway. This is our ranking. This is our official ranking, and I already see some things that I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
But this is pretty good.
Pretty good.
This is pretty good. So, yeah, I think we're going to come back to the Sara J. Maas universe. We have many other topics to talk about.
We have a lot. Actually, I could just read a few off for you if you'd like. I think I'm not going to say what the title of this note is out loud.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about hair. Sometimes we're going to be doing mukbangs because there's just a lot of food that we want to have an excuse to eat.
Yeah. In
large sums. We're going to talk about the Naked Brothers Band.
Yes.
That's an important topic. We're going to play games.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about Akatar, Tog, and Crescent City. We're going to talk a lot about cleaning because we both clean houses for a living.
There's so much to talk about there. We literally have a podcast just about vacuuming. Seriously.
All about vacuuming. We could, not even just a how-to. We're just going to complain the whole time.
It's going to be complaining.
Don't expect a how-to.
No how-to.
We can't explain cleaning after doing it all day.
Right.
50 Shades of Grey. We read that one. Book Boyfriends. Webkins.
Oh, Webkins. Yeah.
We're going to talk about music because we're musicians. Katie's going to talk about art because she's an artist. She's going to teach me how to paint. Boy bands.
And another one.
Aliens. We were abducted one time.
We were, just once, as far as we know.
As far as we know. Had some pretty weird dreams after that, though. So, childhood stories. We have a lot of weird ones. Yeah, honestly, the list just keeps going, and I'm not going to read anymore.
And it'll keep growing, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll keep adding topics, but anyway, yeah, we're just talking, we're just chilling. Yeah, sometimes we'll have snacks, and
we didn't even eat our snacks.
We could there's a lot we could do, but Jenna and Julian on their podcast, they made chili one time on the podcast while they were talking, with a hot plate. We could totally cook.
We love cooking.
We can make sushi.
Breakfast.
Okay, we'll officially plan something.
Yes. Yeah. Officially. Yeah. No. Yeah. We'll be here. We'll be here on the internet
because we talk and we eat already. So why not do it in front of the camera?
We've been talking about doing something like this for a very long time. We have so many ideas for videos of weird, just
weird
things. We have so many parody videos. We have old parody videos that we want to erase, but our families won't let us. Oh God! And just we're just here for a good time.
We're just here for a good time. So yeah, we don't really know. We haven't come up with a real intro and a real outro. So thanks for hanging.
Yeah, the episodes might be boring. I mean, it's called Two Girls with No Lives.
Yeah. So
whatevs.
Whatevs.
Oh, are you just gonna? No.
Oh, you swigging?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, we could ching these. Oh, my jaw popped though. I wonder if the mic picked that up.
Good.
Well, pretty good. I'm actually just going to go back to a glass. I didn't like the way that felt.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, man.
Great. Bye. See you next time.
Bye.